Hello and welcome to our coverage of the 6th round of the Enduro World Series 2021. We're here at the Michelin EWS Loudenvielle for what promises to be a tantalising race. Yesterday evening we saw the pro stage going down. Let's jump straight to the action now. The pro stage is a single stage ran on Saturday evening with points up for grabs, and the French crowds were loving it. Conditions were much drier than earlier in the week, which made for a lively pro stage practice session. Once the riders got to grip with the conditions, it was time to race, and they were not holding back.
I am so exhausted that I just feel like every single route is a challenge, and I just think I understood that this year I'm pretty much an ambassador of the race agency, much more than racing.
Specialised Charlie Murray was back on form after his wrist injury sustained at the Val di Fassa. Bike number 64 belonged to the local Pyrenean Irene Menjou, and he laid down a sensational run to finish fourth on the pro stage. The pro women's times were the tightest yet. Hattie Harnden, the winner of round 5, was in fourth, just over a second off the pace.
Felt like I was on the brakes a lot, but I enjoyed it and gave it my best, so that's it.
Frances Estelle Charles took a strong-looking third place on her prototype Rossignol bike. But it was Noga Karem and Melanie Pugin fighting for the top spot. Pugin crossed the line to take the win and the points, but complaining of a back injury.
Yeah, it's good. I have a big pain at the back. It's horrible.
Fourth place last time out, GT's Martin Mays had a strong start.
So physical, and there's not much flow into the track, so You're always riding super tight. It's a very hard stage actually.
Despite struggling on the stage, the Belgian would manage to finish third. Out front, it was Richie Rude and Jack Moir leading the way. It was the big Australian who would take the win and the pro stage points.
Oh, that sprint, mate. Still a bit beat from the other day, I think. Another night's sleep tonight and should be good for tomorrow.
Going into Sunday, Moir had the lead, but Rude was only 1.8 seconds behind him. The second day saw a total of 5 stages to be run on the hills surrounding the Pyrenees Bike Festival. Mountain Lions Val d'Aube would kick the day off before the shorter and more technical Mavex porticoi, followed by a brief return to the pits. Then it was back to the top of the course for Vinci's Privilege and Michelin's La Pique before a rerun of the pro stage Tourterre. Mountain Lions Val d'Aube was by now a familiar battleground, but the dry running had turned it into a much more speedy affair.
Super physical, but now in the dry it's very enjoyable.
But it wasn't a happy hunting ground for everyone. Once speeds increase, so too do the chances of mechanicals.
I didn't feel like I'm punctured, full of grass and you can't see what's underneath. So yeah, I guess my day's over.
With Mays tumbling down the order, Yeti one-ups Casper Woolley was up into third.
Yeah, our conditions are way better. So much faster. Just carrying so much speed into turns, you gotta hit your braking better.
He'd have to be on his A game if he wanted to stay there, however, with a long list of big names and local legends snapping at his heels. Richie Rude was looking fast. The two-time champ knew that he had time to make up.
Oh, much better than the other day. Actually was pretty happy with that. Bit dry the other day, so you could like really push everything, at least with the grass, and change the little thing on my bike just with suspension. I felt like I held it better in the corner, so happy and ready to continue the day.
But he would have to push even harder if he wanted to rein in Moir.
Hard one to start the day, mate. Big lift line too, so didn't really get a warm up at the top. Good morning. Gotta keep it safe, mate. Don't want to attack too hard. I had a few bits where my front was like swing.
Canyon Collective's resident Aussie extended his lead before returning to the tech zone. pro women's race, Melanie Pugin found herself in third.
Oh, so hard for the morning. Very, very hard. Yeah, it's very good grip. It's perfect. I have a little injury, but it's okay.
Isabeau Courdurier and Hattie Harnden were the class of the field. The British racer was now out front by 5 seconds.
I felt quite good at the top, and I just kind of trying to get into it a bit. It's a long one to start the day, so yeah, just settle into it as it goes on, and yeah, had a lot of fun.
When the stages get physical, Hattie Harnden puts time into the rest of the pack. After the stage, it was Harnden once more in control of the race. The third stage of the race was Mavic's porticoi, a short steep test back towards Loudenvielle with a vertical drop of 330 metres. There was drama for the race leader. Hattie Harnden's luck had turned. Fortunes in enduro racing can change as quickly as that. Morganne Charre, by contrast, won the stage and moved up 4 places in the process. The reigning French champ Isabeau Courdurier now led, and a clean stage consolidated her position at the top of the timesheets. At the front of the pro men's race, the title contenders played it safe. Rude finished 9th with Moir in 10th. Those results opened the door for the rest of the field. Porticoi heralded disaster for Casper Woolley. He shot down the order, which let the local rider Monjou up into third. But it was another Frenchman, Nathan Secondi, who was making the headlines by winning his first ever pro men's stage. With that then, the racers made the short roll back down into the Pyrenees Bike Festival for some food, whilst their mechanics saw to the bikes ahead of the afternoon stages.
It's good. It's been a bit dry today. It's good doing stage 2 to the bottom. I don't know, when you don't feel like you're riding the greatest and then you got people cheering your name on and stuff, it makes you want to go a bit better. So yeah, I'm trying to find a bit more rhythm out there.
I think I might have went a bit easy. It was like super blown at the top and I was getting a bit sketchy, so I kind of tried to keep it clean. Yeah, any long stage I seem to like a bit better, so this next one, and then the peak's been cut a bit shorter, so might be a bit more close racing, but this next one's pretty good.
The fourth stage was a stunning Vincy's Privilege. Starting at a height of 2,200 metres, it dropped a total of 845 metres along an amazing Pyrenean ridgeline. After disaster on the previous stage, Hattie Harnden was working her way back up the rankings. Charre won the stage, but it was her compatriot Courdurier who still controlled the race. After that puncture at the start of the day, Martin Mays had ridden himself back into the top 10. Third at round 5, Specialized Kevin Miquel was once again the fastest Frenchman. At the front, the fight back was on. Richie Rude had had enough of surrendering stage wins to Jack Moir. That win tipped the race in Richie's favour. Just. Yet again in 2021, the gap was down to under half a second. The penultimate stage of the race was the Queen stage. Michelin's La Pique would offer valuable championship points for its winners. Poland's Sławomir Lukasik was continuing his recent form. He and Kiwi Matt Walker were locked in a battle for 5th.
Wow, no, it's quite hard. Been struggling to get into it all day. Just kind of feel like you're lacking that little bit more needed, but it's a lot of fun. Glad it's dry, don't like the intermediate conditions.
4th on the stage, 4th on the overall. Casper Woolley was out for some redemption after his troubles earlier in the day. But there was still big work to do if he wanted to catch Kevin Miquel.
Super hard to push again at 100%. But yeah, no mistake for me.
Oh mate, I'm pretty smoked, but I'll give it the berries.
Richie Rude knows that if he's to win the title in 2021, then he needs to start taking points away from Jack Moir when they're available.
You know, less pedaling than the other day, but still super hard, especially after pushing hard on stage 3.
Final stage, what's it going to take to win this race?
Clean, aggressive run.
A win on the Queen stage was a step in the right direction. In the pro women's field, things remained incredibly close.
I crashed again and my gears were jumping, so I just went with it, and it'll be what it'll be.
GT's Noga Karem won the stage, but Isabeau Courdurier's fans were enjoying the fact that the Lapierre Zip Collective rider was refinding the form that took her undefeated to the 2019 title.
Honestly, felt like we are pedaling absolutely everywhere, all the way down. So I'm just glad it's done.
The final stage was a second visit to Tourterre. By the time the racers crossed the finish line in Loudenvielle, a tiring week of battling the stages of the Laurent Valley would be behind them. But who would leave France with the coveted yellow series leader's number plate? It was all to play for. Sunday in Loudenvielle proved to be a tough day at the office for the winner of the previous 2 rounds, Hattie Harnden. A pair of 6th places in the final 2 stages meant that the Trek rider would end up finishing in the same position. Ella Connolly rounded out a superbly consistent race in 5th. GT's Noga Karem grew in confidence as the day went on and won the final pair of stages to secure herself a 4th place. But out front, it was an all-French affair. Melanie Pugin failed to finish higher than 3rd out on the stages all day, but will have been happy with another podium ride. Morganne Charre won 2 stages to score a 2nd place in the overall. But there was no catching Courdurier. Isabeau managed her lead beautifully all day and walked away with her 2nd win of the season. Isabeau Courdurier takes to the top step then ahead of Morganne Charre and Melanie Pugin, much to the delight of the French fans. A strong finish from Noga Karem saw her take 4th.
How was today's race?
It's what I thought this morning. I remembered that we have the chance to be in France, that I have the chance to be wearing my French jersey, and I just wanted to have fun and really keep on smiling all day on because there were so many spectators out there. It's been a really tough season for me, and it was the first day today that I just thought, okay, the results do not matter at all. Just go out, just have fun, and it paid off. I did not even look at the results, so I was so surprised at the end.
Martin Mays pushed hard on the last stage to finish Torterre in 2nd place. After an early setback, he fought back brilliantly to finish 6th in the overall. Casper Woolley was also on the comeback hunt, and a strong second half of the day saw him finish the final stage in 4th. Fastest Frenchman award went to Kevin Miquel, who'd ended the day having scored back-to-back podiums for Specialised. Yet again, a round in 2021 would come down to the last stage. Only this time, Rude had the advantage.
Allez! Allez!
Despite having done the hard work of having taken the lead of the race, Richie Rude suffered the cruelest of fates for a racer. A mechanical struck at exactly the worst of moments. Jack Moir, by contrast, was clinical. He clocked a time 100th of a second faster than his time on the same stage the previous day.
Jack, another win. How does that feel today?
Yeah, pretty sick. Yeah, it was way tougher than Thursday. Me and Richie were kind of back and forth again, and then I think I was a couple seconds down coming into the last one. So I went crazy on that, trying to make back some time and hit a couple trees, and then I thought it was all over, and then Richie's chain dropped off, which sucks, but...
Do you feel like you're riding consistently? Because it looks like it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the first crash I've had on a stage all year. So I'm riding, yeah, consistent. Just it's hard when Richie's so fast, you can't just take it easy, you got to push as well, so I'm still learning.
In the pro men's race, it was all Moir. Jack took a second victory in France amidst a busy month of racing. Richie Rude was second and Kevin Miquel continued that superb run of form to take third amidst a top 10 littered with huge performances. In the pro men's, it's still impossibly tight between Rude and Moir, but the Australian now leads by 140 points and has a base to build from. Jose Borges leads a quintet of riders covered by just 145 points behind them. Melanie Pugin fought hard in France and has managed to maintain her championship lead. Isabeau Courdurier now sits in second after that win. And in the team's championship, Canyon Collective are pulling ahead of Privet Factory Racing, with Lapierre Zip Collective up to third. There we have it then, another win for Jack Moir and another win for Isabeau Courdurier. The titles couldn't be closer. We head next week to Specialised EWSE and EWS Crans Montana. You can watch all the action from those races on EMBN and GMBN, as well as on the Enduro World Series channel. Keep up to date on all our social media channels for all the news and tech goings on from those races. Until then, we'll see you there. Thanks for watching.